Alright. Got a curse submission here from Lyra Kell. And it is Rector with Plank and Proto Heart Cage. Not a great combo, I would say. But it can be a fun combo because it can challenge you, hopefully, in reasonable ways. We'll just have to see. Right. So, Plank always makes these units like Crucible Warden worse than if you had Shade Splitter, but that being said, it's a 20-30. That's fine to start with, right? And Immortal Trade pretty much means we're going to win Relentless early on. Though there's a lot of redundancy with pretty much all three of these. Like, Stealth and Lifesteal accomplish the same exact thing, really, for the most part. And, let's see, we got Dominion. Immortal Trade will be better into Dominion, because Stealth doesn't really help against Dominion that much. We got Revenge, the toughest variant of that. And then mid variant of Archeon. Archeon should be pretty easy, actually. Alright, we'll just see. We definitely just do Crypt Call. I think Votive Key works against us. So we just take the Crystallized Wings, which can be useful sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of X costs at the very least, and a lot of higher cost cards in Umbra. Mark of Invasion. Should be doable. I mean, the Pyre alone can do a lot of great things. We could run Rector and Warden on the same floor. I mean, it's not like I'm going to get that many morsels anyway. I think it makes sense. To get one of these dead. I'm going to do these planks while I can guarantee that they hit. Take that guy out, sacrifice this, put this in. I don't think we even want to care about Molten Encasement. Though, honestly, it's probably fine. It's actually good to get back from Crypt Call. I want to plink mid just because it probably doesn't matter here, but like, you generally just want to kill. I mean, there's arguments to either. If you're more just interested in killing a Scourge Shuffler, then go bottom, because then you kill him for 2 turns worth of, or 3 turns potentially worth of Scourge Shuffling. But if your goal is to maximize the amount of morsels that you want, then you should kill the mid one instead of the bottom one. And the reason for that is, we know our draw order right now because we only have 5 cards on deck. That's why I say it doesn't matter much here, because I know I have Plank next turn. But in the case where let's say I had, a whole deck to draw through, I don't really know what I'm going to draw, and I may not draw Plank in next turn. But in that case, it's like you can kill the mid one, and then you have another turn for this other unit to come by. Otherwise, if you killed it here, missed Plank here, then this unit never gets planked, so it's kind of like a wasted plank in a way, if that makes sense. If you're counting on generating X amount of morsels, I suppose, is what I should also say. Do there and put this here. And we can do this. Putting a unit down doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This would be... I mean, I already got 4 lifesteal. This doesn't actually help me down here at all. So, if anything, we should put it here. Let's do that. This thing doesn't die. I think I should just get this into the reform pool. And I can put this in the back, but then I can't put anything down there that turn. I think I'm just going to let that one go, as weird as that is. I really just want to get big dregs coming back. These burnout timers were awkward. Alright, this is going to be having to do the trick here. Does this just kill him? I mean, it's like a lot of damage. He's pretty much dead. I think we just do this. Yeah, he's gone. Just in case, though. Purifying Cleanse is what I am gravitating toward here. You know, Molded could be okay too, but we have Random Reform at the moment. It's 2 per turn. That's pretty good. We also just gain more from... If we're doing dregs and stuff, they get more attack from Rector reforming them than Molded would. Whereas Purifying Cleanse helps us with the burnout timer issues that come up so often with these type of setups. We also probably got to go to the Merchant of Steel, and it's a Remnant banner. The Purifying Cleanse works better with those, right? Because you got Lady of the House, you got Purified Enforcer. Yeah, we just take this. Okay, now this is an interesting one. You got Prismal Dust, which is always good no matter what. You never have to second guess taking a Prismal Dust. If you don't have one in your deck and you see one, I'm telling you, that card choice, you may not pick the Prismal Dust, but you're certainly not skipping. Let's put it that way. Like, Prismal Dust is just so useful in Monster Train 2. You could probably argue it was pretty good in 1 as well. It didn't feel like... It felt good in Monster Train 1, but not as consistently good as it is in Monster Train 2. I just feel like the damage shield takes care of so many things. I mean, think about, like, Strix and Hollow. How ridiculous the attack might end up getting, because I really can't build that much around Revenge Strix. I guess that's one tough thing, maybe something that's not great about the boss. You can, in the battle, try to reduce as many Revengers as you can, but at the end of the day, you cannot, like, really, outside of very specific scenarios, reduce that Revenge entirely. So, like, you always end up with a pretty big Hollow, or I forget which one is named which, but I think Hallow's the big one. So yeah, that boss just ends up with a ton of attack, and something like Prismal Dust doesn't care about that, right? If you just save it to the boss round. To some degree, though, there's some redundancy with having Immortal Trade and Prismal Dust, right? They don't necessarily synergize, right? Because similar to Stealth, it's like, you know, we kind of waste Stealth if we're combining it with Lifesteal, because you're just losing a stack of Lifesteal and Stealth simultaneously. So it's like you basically just don't need one if you got the other. So I could see in that regard not taking a Prismal Dust. I would say you're fine to take it though. But the choice, you know, I'm in a roundabout way saying that there is still a choice here. Well, I praise Prismal Dust. And I am thinking about the making of a morsel. It's one of the best cards you can see when you have Plink, especially because Plink is not a consistent way to guarantee that you get morsels. Whereas now if I have a consistent way to get more souls, it feels a bit better. I would definitely be picking Maker Morsel here if we're hitting an Umbra banner at this Merchant of Steel. I could take it and maybe try to justify going to a Merchant of Magic. I highly doubt it, though. I highly doubt it. But I already have a Umbra unit that can use it. It's just not that good of a unit, I feel. It is kind of weird that how it works out, right? Because Crucible Warden damage shield is a great stat, but you're putting it on a glorified potato, you know? So it's like, you know, starting sets are good early on, but come late game, Crucible Warden isn't really going to be doing anything that amazing. And if it does something amazing, any potato could have done that, most likely, right? Unless you really needed that damage shield, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like you're putting the damage shield. All that being said, it can work if you need to like do some sort of a build that needs a ton of defense. You can hyperscale the damage shield with like a Shroud Spike or something. But you know, I'd much rather use a Shroud Spike on like a Shadow Eater or something, you know what I mean? Or a Gorge Penumbra. So I don't know. I'm leaning toward Prismal Dust. Making Morsel, it is some scaling to it. It does open up Shroud Spike and Shroud Mitosis. I mean, that could be reason to take it, honestly. That could be reason to take it. And there's a lot of redundancy between these two Molten Casements and Immortal Trade already in the deck. That even pushes me further away from Prismal Dust. Yeah, to be honest, it's that... There's all those buffs are just redundant with one another, so... at the same time, though, it's like making a Morsel gives Crucible Warden a redundant buff, but the making of a Morsel still opens up Shroud Spike, and we can be putting a making a Morsel plus Shroud Spike into anything in the game, and it'll be useful. So let's do that. Still could get an Umbra banner at the Ring 3 reward too, but right now it's alright. Dualism and Large Stone. We also have the damage shield. Very tempted to take the Paraffin. That unit I find so good in Monster Train 2. Just getting all of that gold. Just doesn't give us direction, but sometimes you just gotta let the money rain, and then direction can come in the form of a deck that just can make any potato good. Which certainly these two clans have that in their arsenal. Especially Umbra. Yeah, I think we take Paraffin Thug, even though the upgrades in the shop, you know, don't really... I mean, the Dualism on the Lady Reformed... Here's the thing, Dualism on the Lady of the Reformed, it isn't... I do like that upgrade, but it's not that relevant a lot of the times. A lot of the time, one burnout on Revenge is enough, along with the initial 3 burnout for herself. If you're really making a main floor that gets hit a lot, you'd actually rather just get survivability on the Lady of the Reformed. You'd rather get Titanite and like a Smidge Stone. Those would be like more ideal upgrades. Just fit more stuff on the floor with Smidge Stone. Or, you know, whatever. But yeah, so Large Stone and is kind of weird on a unit like Lady of the Reformed who kind of wants a floor full of stuff. And similarly, the Large Stone, it's like I could take it on this Paraffin Thug. I'm pretty sure we'd rather just reroll, because here's the thing, I want multi-strike obviously for Paraffin Thug, but if we don't get that, Endless on a Molten Casement's totally fine, I think, in this deck. I know we got the Dark Calling, but like, it would actually be better if I could just have one of these coming back every turn. And I could even put the burnout upgrade would be in the reroll as well. So yeah, let's just take this. So we got Endless and Multi-Strike and Smidge Stone are all good. We're just gonna reroll for that. For 15 bucks, so I do kind of feel I should put this on something. I could just put it on Paraffin Thug, because all I want is Multi-Strike or Smidge Stone. Where's the dupes on this map? It's a late dupe map, low amount of dupe map, so we're not in any rush to... Smidgen I think is less useful, I guess, if the dupes are just not there. I feel like you always got to buy the shield stone upgraded, though. It's just by far, like, the best. I mean, both these clans have some of the best cheap upgrades. I could just give initial... I mean, I technically could put dualism... I could just not even reroll here and just go dualism damage shield on Crucible Warden. Then I get 6 initial damage shield. And I get 2 damage shield per Gorge. I did add something that helps Gorge. The funny thing is, that's a lot of money, and it costs more... Well, I don't know, factoring in reroll, I guess not, but... Yeah, I was just going to say, just Endless Molten Encasement's better than that. But... yeah. Let's do this, I think. Alright, we get multi. Perfect. This is a best case scenario. That thing will earn a lot of money. We could add burnout to one of these, then I can play it off floor. For 15 bucks. I like it. 15 bucks for this as well. I mean, we should probably do this if we're going to have this unit making us all this money. I could put it there or here. Probably better on a drag, honestly. We also don't need to take trials early, really, if we're confident this guy can get a lot of kills. Try to limit some of this damage. It's 20, yeah, he'll get the kill here. Perfect, so he'll get 2 kills here. He'll have lifesteal here. Probably should have went with making a morsel down here, actually. Oh well. Just use it up here. So here I may not want to plink because it's worth 30 bucks if I don't. This thing's dying. I also don't know that I want to do this. I could. If I did this, they only get... You know, it's got 2 burnout. Actually, this worked against me adding burnout. Damn it. Well, whatever. Just put it there, I think. I can put these here. Here we're fine to plink. Of course, if that's dead, I guess we don't need to. I hope this guy doesn't get the kill. Alright, at least he got the kill. 250 bucks. See, we had 0 bucks going into that fight, too. So... I'm telling you, it's just such an amazing unit. I mean, 250 bucks in one fight. That's insane value. Granted, I think some of that was from the trial or the collector, but still. This one's tough. Oh, it's not tough. I mean, they're desirable, but we still don't have direction on what's strong in the stack. The only thing that's strong right now is stealth and lifesteal. That's really all that's strong, and the fact that I earn money. As far as components of what I have some burnout extension, which is nice. I have heal in multiple forms between the immortal trait and that. I do need to keep an eye on my backline clear, because Plink is not consistent for that, and that's all I got. I don't have any banner units that you can really properly build around. I have a champ that could hopefully find Harvest to flex with, and that would make him actually something I can kind of build around. But still not even really. But yeah, I guess coming back to everything, like, is this molded very good? Right now, not really. I would say not really right now. Is Wicklash good? Also not really right now, but at least it's making sense to, like, put it on the Paraffin Thug in some cases. Of course, then the burnout could be becoming an issue. I think we may still steal to hit a Remnant banner here, because I think our Remnant banner could give us more direction than like a Merchant of Arms can. The thing with the Remnant banner is I could get a unit like Wickless Baron or Paraffin Enforcer, and those are two units that give me very good direction on what to build the deck around. The other units, though, less so. You know, I could still find more money units, but I really don't need any more than a multi-striking Paraffin Thug. Whereas, like, the arms, it's like, I don't really know. I would say maybe, if I could high roll the Glutton Maw, that gives me some direction. It's still, like, not great, because it's on one of the worst, you know, just a unit that doesn't have a super great Gorge effect. I mean, I swear if, like, they just added a minor stat gain to Crucible Warden's, Gorge effect, even if it's just like one attack, just one extra attack per Gorge, like, it wouldn't be that drastically different, but I feel like it would push it over the threshold of where it needs to be, like, kind of useful just on its own. I'm stalling. I'm trying to figure out what to take here. I think it's Wicklash. I don't see a good reason for molded. Wicklash opens up Paraffin Enforcer a bit more. And this one, you could take another Making of a Morsel, but I think we would do that if we saw Umbra Banner. And Space Prism. Space Prism is honestly not bad here either, but it does suck that there's a Calcified Ember attached to this, but I'm pretty sure Mind Collapse is what we want here. I mean, it has some synergy with the Crystallized Wing already. And not that we really want to hold it most turns, but we could if it's just a really unfortunate turn. There actually is an Umbra Banner here, it looks like. I was going to say, like, Merchant of Magic. Get a plus 10 damage on this thing pretty soon, it looks like, after Archeon. We may need that health, because we're probably not hitting this Merchant of Arms. Umbra Banner. Still not going to take a Making a Morsel, because that's a Ring 4 Umbra Banner unit. It's hard for me to build around a Ring 4 banner unit. It's just very rare that I can do that, but not impossible, but not enough for me to speculate taking another Making a Morsel. I think we just take the backline clear. It's going to be useful in... It's maybe not even particularly useful. I mean, I will say the plus 10 threshold falls off for a lot of these late game units, such as some of the Dominion ones, but I think we still take it. We do need some backline clear in the meantime. Titanite, okay. And Multi-Strike. That's the two best upgrades you can find for Remnant, generally speaking. That's a choice. So in Monster Train 2, I think it's easier to just make Wickless Baron work. And he uses those upgrades better because he gains health as well. So I can just give him both those upgrades, and that's put him on a floor with Paraffin Thug, and that is direction. Paraffin Enforcer probably has a higher ceiling, but it's just a little more awkward to do because we don't have we don't know our Merchant of Magic upgrades yet. So I have Purifying Cleanse, I have Wicklash, but beyond that, it could be hard to make this unit work. So we'll just take the easy route here. And just both upgrades are so money here with this unit. Also just going to be a really good unit into Dominion since it gets a bunch of health, even if I do end up going endless something or another. Whatever it is, the Tomb. I will say the Mortal Trade's looking less likely. That's one thing with the Mortal Trade. It's if I get an Ember Dream deck, it's pretty good. But, if I don't take an Ember upgrade at the boss upgrade, then the Mortal Trade is not useful a lot of the time. I do have the Mind Collapse to help a little bit. One-Horn Tome. Wildwood Tome. Remnant Pack. That's an interesting choice. If I can hit a Rubber Morsel, I could get the One-Horn Tome to work immediately with the Paraffin Thug. Could just earn me some more gold, but I don't know that it earns me a gigantic extra amount of gold while not... It's a lot of work to put together for something that just might not be that important. It also wouldn't be horrible, I suppose, on the Crucible Ward. So, it's like I said, sometimes you do get some direction, and these kind of potato units become less of a potato. For instance, now it might be relevant that I can get a bunch of damage shield. And in that case, I could use One-Horn Tome. I gotta say, though, with the current deck, I definitely just lean toward the Remnant Pack. If I can somehow get, ideally, this Molten Encasement dead once, but it really doesn't matter. Either of them dead once, so that they become 0 cost, then I can Remnant Pack them, and then they're endless. If not, I can always just Remnant Pact Baron, and that, since I'm going bottom floor most of the time, and then every Relentless fight should be solved then, because it just comes back with the stats. So definitely just Remnant Pack. So the one thing that Remnant Pack, it certainly eclipses the Quick Tome, I think, but you could say maybe Quick Tome on the Paraffin Thug's alright, because you can make sure you get kills, but sometimes it actually hurts you with getting kills to be quick if the tanks are up front, because then you're guaranteed your first shot is not killing them in a lot of cases, even at 40 damage. So I think, Remnant Quick is just there to either ensure Paraffin Thug gets kills or to prevent damage, but it's really not going to prevent, it's not going to prevent more damage than an endless Molten Encasement would, you know what I mean? So Remnant Pack kind of eclipses it there. But the other route you could go is take the One-Horn Tome, because that technically gives us some damage, of which we kind of are lacking right now, right? It's just not giant damage in most of the cases, and it cost a bunch. That's the reason I didn't take it. It does fill a hole, but this one still fills a hole as well, because we have inconsistent application of stealth and whatnot. So now I actually have consistent. It's still not foolproof, I will say that. I could just draw it, never get permafrost on it or something, and if I just never draw it alongside what I need, that obviously would be bad, but everything has a risk. I could just as easily say the One-Horn Tome is unplayable right now without hitting a Plink and then also having it be a Rubber Morsel. That's actually asking quite a lot. And I need that to be into the turn that I draw the One-Horn Tome. So I think we definitely made the right choice. We still got a lot of money here. We should use it. How many other Merchant of Steels are we hitting? Could hit this one, but this side looks a little better. Same here. So I'm probably not hitting any more steals. I should just roll this then. I mean, I could still use like dualism on the warden, I suppose. I don't know though. There's really not much, is there? I mean, either way, we'd probably roll this, but I should just add stuff like everywhere, basically. I don't need that though. Let's roll this. I usually should be able to afford something that comes up here. Well, we didn't want these anyway, but it does suck. They actually would have priced us out. I'm going to put this here just to ensure that it's sticking around against Seraph. Adding burnout to one of these is probably fine. Alright. Alright, so set up our main floor on the bottom here. These guys will be, you know, this is the boss, the Baron, and this is his lackey, the Paraffin Thug. They're going to be collecting their dues here. Can't really feed this guy much, so I should just do this, right? The other option is to put it here, but I'd be okay feeding some morsels or just having space with the steward. I do need to get rid of one of the stewards. I should have actually just got rid of it now. Probably just do... I don't know. Kind of keep that for a plank. We do gain more by just doing this, but the thing there is, I wanted to put this in front, but it's okay. I'll actually put it in back. I do want this shield steward to die. Now, do I leave this for a plank or do I just kill it right now? Because I get a harvest as well. I probably should just kill it. I might need to take a pip upgrade, by the way. I can see pip upgrade being good because these guys are good on their own, but it'd be nice just to get even more harvests from the Baron. Oh, I didn't realize this thing gets frosted by Crystallized Wing. I guess that's good. It's not what I would expect, though, based on other cards that often interact with costs, or other artifacts that interact with costs of cards. Like, for instance, well, I don't know. It's the wording is probably consistent. I guess just the concept, I guess. It's like, for instance, when I play Split Anvil, I know it's probably a horrible example, but if I play Split Anvil, it's not going to work with a Calcified Ember, right? But Split Anvil specifically talks about spells, so I'm probably just not really conveying the message correctly. Well, we might as well do this here. You know, it's harvests, and I could play this now, but it could just be easier, and I can not take a damage if I can get a rubber morsel. Which, see, this is what I'm saying. This is why I didn't take the one harm town. So this thing's not going to die anyway. I could just have that die. I could also have it die. It won't even die there, but it would be good to give the health to the Baron, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that. Well, we'll just play this another turn. I was hoping that the rubber morsel could make that turn a bit easier, but this guy might just have enough stats that I don't need to take this Molten Encasement into play now. See, this is also an example of why Blink kind of sucks. It's like some of these waves just don't have a squishy at all. You know, that does very, very much limit these type of cards. And Tumber Assault would be another example. I mean, even with targeted, like Blink is an extra level of inconsistent because you can just, even with the squishy unit here, there's still 3 large units, so it's unlikely to hit it sometimes. Or should I say it's likely to not hit it sometimes. Alright, long story short though, can I get away with playing this Calcified Ember? Because I don't think there's going to be a better turn for it. I have not reformed a unit yet. That's bad. That makes me want to get this into play, honestly, because I don't know, I might be overestimating my power here. I haven't done much damage to him, but I do have a Titanite Baron. That's got to count for something. I am debating YOLOing this too, but that's pretty risky. We know that Purifying Cleanse is in the back half of these cards, but this only gives Burnout 2, so I would actually burn out. You know what? Isn't that just kind of fine though, since my reform pool is pretty much clear? And then this unit can just come back and I can just apply Burnout to it. Is the sauce worth the rub, or is the juice worth the squeeze? So I'm not getting any relevant breakpoint yet. Like, I'm not killing this guy all of a sudden. Whereas I could just do this, or I could just do this. I think we just do this. Could also have done the lifesteal if you think we needed it. I only need to hit lifesteal on this guy once, and I'd rather do that closer to the finish. And even if I'm not worried about Relentless, because it's like, this guy is, I guess, eventually going to just get this Remnant pack. I have another Ember, wow. I almost don't want another drag on this floor, so I'm actually going to just feed this to here. This guy dying is fine. Here we could do that. Get a hit there. I just don't think we play these. I mean, I could. I feel like we would want... This guy has 5 damage shield. Do I really need to eat more stuff up here? I could just put these down. They hit pretty hard. Just get one of them down at least. Definitely need to take a pip upgrade, I think, because I don't have big reason to take Ember or Draw right now. Alright. Okay, we're getting Molten Encasement next turn. Is that enough to just pull through this if I don't get... Yeah, I can just play this next turn, right? So this pretty much just guarantees victory. Let's do that. And we won't kill that because we got that, but we can plink here if we want to. Just don't know if I actually want to. If we do that. So I didn't even actually have to play anything. I didn't have to play that. Didn't have to play this. He's just already dead. Nice. Hopefully, not out of the question that that guy gets a kill. At that point, he's dealing a lot more damage. Wretch, definitely not. Sacrificial Res is always takeable, I think. I mean, at the very least, you can get your Vengeful Shards eaten up. It's like adding 1 to subtract 2 on your redraw in a lot of cases. Adding 1 card to the deck, I should say. Also, there is just some synergy if I take a pip upgrade in the fact that I'll have space to just throw these drafts in, and they actually can get somewhat respectable attack in a lot of cases. I could also just get rid of the plinks in the deck and just keep cycling, making a morsel plus stuff. These are certainly not the cards I was looking for. Formless Child, I just can't. It's a tough one to make work in Monster Train 2. It was a tough one to make in Monster Train 1, but I've had even less luck with it in number 2. Certainly not untakeable, but especially if I take a pip upgrade, it's just really hard for me to play that card to 2 costs. I think if you just reduced it to a 1 cost, I mean, it's a rare. I feel like a 1 cost for this effect is really not that OP. Like, at 1 cost, it would be an enticing card to pick at least, instead of just a dreadful card to pick. You know? I don't think it would be OP, but I'd be picking it a lot more, because I just avoid Formless Child as much as I can. I think just heuristically speaking, you know, Wretch is very specific. If I'm not Morsel Made, or if I'm not Primordium, I really have no reason ever to take Wretch. That's basically the evaluation there. But heuristically speaking, Sacrificial Resurrection is absolutely a card that I just realized how fucked up that animation is. Oh my god, he's like cutting off his own arm. What the hell? Jeez. These wickless, or no, they're not wickless. They're, what do you call the ones that actually have candles? There's a name for them, right? Whatever Vetivery is. It's Tangent Day. Mark your calendars. Yeah. A Waxer, that's right. Very important that I got that right. So whatever these guys are, I think they're Vetiveries, but they're Waxers, and they're wild. They're wilding out. They fucking cut their arms off and shit. Feed it to the arm pool. Jesus. It's like a cross. Wow. All this time, never actually looked at the art on that card. I don't know if it's just a visual thing, but like I feel like when there's a lot, if it's not just like a single object, it just is a blur to me a lot of the time. I got a weird brain. It's not just with Monster Train. It's like any card game. I am so bad at actually picking up on the card art. But yeah, all that being said, we're going to take the Sacrificial Res. These are not great. I will say Morsel Master is okay when you have Making of a Morsel, because then you get pretty good value out of that, but that would really need me to hit. I mean, Sacrificial Res will help me if, let's say, I never find Holdover, which I don't even know that Holdover would be something I would... Because we're going to this Merchant of Magic most likely, I think, because these units aren't giving us direction. We already have direction, though, really. We have the Wickless Baron and Paraffin Thug together. That's pretty much direction. But I guess these aren't filling holes, I should say. Because even though we have direction on what to build the deck around, there's holes we need to fill, and these don't really fill them. The holes we have to fill right now are we lack front-loaded damage. That's going to be a really big one. We lack, I would say, consistent backline clear, even with the Mind Collapse. And these aren't really helping with that. They're not giving me any front-loaded damage. They're not targeting the back line. The only thing that would be takeable here, though, is Wickless Tycoon, just on a value principle. The principle of the fact that it would just earn me a shitload of gold. But I don't know. I think Wickless Tycoon's value goes down when I already have this multi-striking Paraffin Thug, because there is a point in the run where you're just getting so much money you can't actually make use of it in a lot of cases. You know, we already have 350 gold right here. Which if we, you know, I'm pretty sure we're hitting this Merchant of Magic, because, like I said, Umbra Banner, I don't know, though. The Umbra Banner's looking less and less enticing to me right now. Honestly. We may actually go to the right. Let me think about this. There's a lot to think about here. We got the Man, it's like a late dupe map too, which throws a wrench in things. Because honestly, I could just dupe the Baron and I'm fine. But since it's like a barren land of dupes, we got to go all the way to Strix without duping. So Morsel Master is rough for me to take here. I think if we do take Morsel Master, we have to go left, and we have to be looking for holdover on making of a morsel. And even then, none of what I just listed off there is really all that strong. It's like, I feel like those are like desperate things that you could do if you're desperate. But I'm like, I could just do something that's not desperate and just take the Tycoon, right? But again, it just comes down to like, is that even helping me? Because it is another calcified Ember, and it is, you know, the money just might not be that relevant. And honestly, the Thug later on in the game doesn't make as much money anymore. Once he stops really having relevant tank killing potential, then you really have to time him perfectly to get backline kills to get money. So I can also say in that regard, I'm going to take the Tycoon. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take the Tycoon. If we end up with more money than we can spend, usually that means we're winning anyway. So it may be win more, but I think it's lose less as well. And you know what? Win more, that's fine. As long as I'm losing less, then I'm okay with that decision. We definitely need the pip upgrade. We have space issues. Now I don't know where to go, though. So also, the Tycoon just gives me flexibility to go to either side here. You know, I really feel like with 350 gold, we're going to get so much more value out of the Merchant of Trinkets. And I don't know about the Ember Banner. Like, we only have the one Making of a Morsel. We didn't take the Morsel Master, like kind of like we expected. I feel like left is actually a little bit more desperate of a play here. The only thing I really want is that Mind Collapse plus 10 damage. Everything else doesn't really need to upgrade. I could Permafrost the Remnant. There's just like some nice to haves. Like I could hold over the Making of a Morsel, but holding over Making the Morsel isn't even that strong right now. So I think there's just way more potential on the right here. You know, Umber Banner is probably not useful for us. Pyre Remains would be the only good thing on the left here, along with needing to hit certain upgrades at the Merchant of Magic. Maybe we'll just go to the right. Alright, Whetstone does not currently work, but we are hitting some arms. Well, I don't know that we're hitting this arms. It's pretty good node, other than the arms. You know, the Alcove and the Horde definitely probably beat out Vortex and Armory. Vortex pretty good too, though. Oh, Guild Marker. Okay, we're definitely taking this, even if it's 170. Judge's Scales, I doubt we care to do that. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a deck that would want that. I kind of want to re-roll. If I take the Whetstone, I still could re-roll. Let's check the this first. It's not super useful. But honestly, it's pretty good actually, because Penance is pretty good here. I'm thinking we could put Penance on this Molten Encasement. Then we're just getting Ember each turn, which we don't need yet, but we very well may end up with a need for it. Honestly, the Frailty Penance on the Paraffin Thug was my initial thought, which is solid. I mean, we got damage shield, so the fragile doesn't even matter. And then I'll just be actually, it's kind of solving a little bit of my front-load damage problem. I mean, in the context of the end game, you know, we'll celebrate how many fights? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's by the time we get to Seraph, we'll have had 40 extra damage, 80 extra damage with the multi-strike. And then, 100 for the savagery. I mean, I'd say this is actually better here because we don't have a need for Ember right now. If I had, some high-cost cards, or even it would be a way out of Ember Drain. I mean, I could take it speculatively. I feel like the ceiling is obviously higher with the Aesthetic Penance here and just put it on a tomb, right? But, and then I'll be bringing it back with Reform or Endless, and I'm just guaranteed all of that Ember. It's a giantly good, honestly. Like, value-wise, that's still better right now, even if I don't get a super high-cost card. But I don't know. I put it on either of these. I think it'd be easier to put it on the Burnout 1. But Paraffin Thug would probably help me more toward my current holes. Could also earn me more gold. I think we do this though. I think this is a little better. And the potential is just giant now. Now I'm very unafraid. I could even take a Furnace Tap or a Void Binding right now, and I would be like, they're on the table now. It's just opening up so many more options for me. Speculate on the Whetstone, which doesn't give me any current value. I don't know that I'm going left. Like, very much may want to go to the right. If I don't do that, there's this Arms, which is very likely to get hit. But that's a ways down the line. I don't know that taking the Whetstone right now is really that worth it if I'm not immediate. If I take the Whetstone, I really need to heavily commit to going left. But I just have no idea. Like, if I get a good spell, I really am enticed to go to the Merchant of Magic, I think. Because then I just have the Vortex, and I have removals I want to make. Granted, I'll be good on removals because I have a ton of gold. See, now the Wickless Tycoon starts to feel a little bit better to me, because you can almost never underestimate how much gold you need, and it looks like I might need a lot in this deck. But yeah, let's just roll these. Alright, Center Salve is fine. I have these Calcified Embers that keep coming up, and I guess I don't have any right now, but Departure's Manifest, unfortunately, just has... it turns everything into just a fiesta, trying to figure out with all your... It's like, now you can't deploy Arms, or you're like... I mean, there is some definite advantage, because then I could dig for the Molten Encasement, but this is not really a deck that actually needs that Molten Encasement that early. So I think just take the Center Salve here. I would probably still maybe consider getting it if I had the money, though. And then Breath of Heaven is just not really a thing. It even hurts me in a lot of cases. Alright, we do get the Accumulator Flex. I will say the extra 2 pip I wanted to dedicate to Wickless Tycoon, and I still think I do. But I certainly don't gain anything from additional points into Dark Calling. It's not enough of attack increase for me to care, whereas I can just turn this thing into a tank. Let's do that. And we can make a removal with this money. We really don't want these Shield Stewards, like, pretty much at all. We got 4 Ember right now. I don't know if I'll ever take an Ember upgrade. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can remove one more Shield Steward. Heaven Seal is not this deck's best friend. See, we're already to a point where I'm like, maybe I should have took the Frailty, because already these tanks are pretty hard to take with Heaven Seal. It's just 200 gold. I can earn gold. I really don't want to take damage because it limits the paths I can take. I think we're going to earn enough money here that we can just not worry about the Heaven Seal. I still am going to go bottom floor with all of this. I hope that's not a mistake. I really hope it's not a mistake. I'm also, it's going to be weird trying to position Wickless Tycoon, but I'm pretty sure it may make sense to put him in the back here. Otherwise his damage is wasted, and I don't think we're going to have to worry about the boss getting through all of this stuff. And we'll try to do cleanup duty on this floor, actually, just in case Collector spawns top. Alright, so we can make Baron endless. I also should not plank these. Actually, I could. If I kill one, nah, I'm only getting gold, though, if I don't plank these. Just make you endless. That guarantees... And then we can make a big one of these. Put it on this floor, I think, because I could put it in front and it saves me a little bit of damage. It won't steal any kills, right? Yeah, just do that. This is definitely playable. This is a perfect example of a turn, though, where Heaven Seal would just brutally hit my pyre with this unit, and there'd be nothing I could do against it. Well, maybe. I guess 37 plus 20. Yeah, technically I would kill it here with the Dark Calling and these super upgraded dregs. That's another great thing about the... I should have actually had them in last turn. I forgot that they were immediately to the reform pool. But yeah, there's another neat thing about that sacrificial res card. So I think we plink this for sure. Now we could just kill it on this floor. I think we're inclined to. And we'll just put this one with the Wicklash so it just sticks a little bit longer. Put this here. Just put one of these here. Alright. That's good. We don't need an Ember, right? So just do that. Do I even put these down? I guess so. Is just ridiculous. We definitely didn't need to reach on that trial. 70-70. Yeah, I guess we still don't kill this because Paraffin is actually getting the kills so nicely here. Like, we're pretty lucky that the numbers turn out how they do. Again, I just don't know that I care about, I can just, yeah, I can be Ember Drain fully here for the most part. Especially once we get this into the pool. Oh, yeah, because this thing will even get me Ember back if I need it. Just toss all these. This is why I take the Pip upgrade. Even still, I can't play all my stuff out. Alright, just let that resolve. Not that I can play any cards anyway. Oh, I guess I could have tried to play a card with Dark Caller. Alright, 490 gold. Crushing Demise, now that is a problem solver card right there. It's one of the best you can find in a situation like this. Easy pick here. Now we can kill those front-loaded, we have front-loaded damage. I am very open to taking this Furnace Tap. You know, in a lot of cases, I will have my Ember Drain solved. In other cases, we just don't care because this deck doesn't really need to play cards. I can honestly just zero cost the Crushing Demise, and I really don't care to be, like, I can just be fully Ember Drain, and Furnace Tap ends up just always being pretty positive. So we'll take that. This definitely makes us want to go to the Merchant of Magic now, because now I've got really good double stack potentially. We would still want that plus 10 on the Mighty Collapse to get out of Ember Drain if we need it. And also just zero costing the Crushing Demise. Maybe, ideally, even permafrosting it. There's just so many super good upgrades now for this Merchant of Magic that there's just no way we go left. Alright, Intrinsic, Holy Stone, not really what I'm looking for. But Intrinsic on Crushing Demise could work. I really don't like it though. I could Intrinsic the Remnant pack. Even that I'm not a huge fan of. But I should use it. At the very least, it's a -1 Ember, so I definitely want to use it for that. Surge Stone. I don't even know if I want to Surge Stone a Plink, because I probably will be able to remove all of them from the deck. You could do this upgrade on Sacrificial Res. Like, there does become a certain point where you don't want to play it that much, but I think I do value it in this deck right now, being able to use it a few times. It's less useful though when I hit the Center Salve. Obviously I still buy the Center Salve, but I don't know. I could see adding Consume to it. I'm trying to think. I don't know, it could just allow me to hit Crushing Demise so often if I don't consume it. I don't think I will do that. But yeah, let's do this on... I could put it on Furnace Tap, but that's pretty ambitious. But I just don't have anything super good, honestly, to put it on. I guess I could do Wicklash. In some sense that works. I could also do Sacrificial Res, but then I'm not getting the Ember reduction. Make-Giving Morsel is just not that valuable, but it's something I could do. Right now it's just not that valuable of a card to me though. If I don't have a Shroud Spike or a or a Shroud Mitosis, and those are very unlikely for me to hit from here on out. Wicklash. The problem is I don't really want Crushing Demise turn 1 necessarily. I want it like turn 2 ideally, because I still want to set my main floor up bottom, but I guess I could live with one of them dying, because then I can just immediately bring it back with Dark Calling. There is some aspect of that. Even if I lose Wickless Baron, this deck could probably, through just I can remove all of my dregs along with the Plinks, honestly. I'm going to have that much money, I'm pretty sure. So I guess I could just get it there turn 1. That's fine. And Holy Stone, doubt we really use this. But I could put it on the Mind Collapse, I guess. Just, yeah, it makes sense, because we want that and a plus 10 probably. I can earn back a lot of health and really free up some stuff there. So we got Holdover and Spell Chain. Holdover, Crushing Demise, Intrinsic. Now it becomes really good. I think we absolutely do that. Yeah, I just don't see it beating anything else out here. This just... Granted, I don't want to play it in all the fights, but then I just stop playing it, and that's okay. I think this is a lose less card, or a lose less move to make. And if I Spell Chain, it's a great Spell Chain too, is the kind of shitty thing. But I mean, the other thing is I could hold over Sac Res. In a way, holdover Sac Res makes every one of your good cards holdover, if you think about it, because it's like you will thin the deck out pretty quick, and then you're only drawing the cards that you want. So honestly, holdover Sacrificial Res kind of actually makes more sense. Then I can Spell Chain Crushing Demise. Then it's like, so you could think of it two ways. You could think of it like, well, holdover Crushing Demise is pretty nice. I could just do that, right? It just is that. But what if I could have a holdover Crushing Demise with Spell Chain? That's essentially what I get by the time I redraw the deck. Unless I completely bottom deck the Sacrificial Res. Then I have to draw through the deck again. And I will admit in that case it would have been nice to just have holdover on the Crushing Demise and not try to get Spell Chain on it. But that's the worst case scenario. In most case scenarios, by the time I redraw my deck in the first time, Crushing Demise will basically be holdover. Plus it becomes a very good candidate for a dupe, because I do want to dupe this Wickless Baron, I think. I don't even know that I really need to, honestly. I'm thinking we just dupe the Crushing Demise, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm going to do that, though. I'm going to do... I think both my dupes will... I mean, the other thing is I could do it there, but I like this more. Are we hitting any other Merchant of Magics? The very final one. But definitely tempted to do that. But I think this actually makes more sense at this point. Because I want to play Furnace Tap whenever I see it, and this I want to pair with the whatchamacallit. Steward's Quarters or Exile's Diadem, because we're definitely not taking the BT Blade. I mean, I could put BT Blade on Paraffin Thug. It's actually probably better, right? Because as good as the space would be, I think we have kind of enough space on the floors we care about already. And I could just take another pip upgrade, worst case. Right now it's looking like another pip upgrade would be the best upgrade. And BT Blade, you know, I could get that working for me. We unfortunately know we won't have the artifact to pull it out for 0, but we are going to hit that arms here eventually. I don't know, though. Like, without a draw upgrade, I think we just take the Steward's Quarters. You know, the diadem right now is the same thing as that. This costs 0. Technically, my train stewards could do some stuff. Even though I don't think we're putting stewards on the floor, actually. We only have the spear ones anyway. But at the end of the day, it's 0 cost pip increase. I think it's worth it. I guess we can keep the spear stewards were what I was going to remove here, but I guess the planks are just always worse anyway, so let's get rid of the planks. I still probably want to remove those spear stewards, but we'll just wait on it for now. I can make one more removal of a plank, I suppose. Just thin this deck out. Alright, this is a fight where we could farm gold. So we should probably set up mid at least. Then again, it is Corrupted Crusade. What are they? Do they have Scourge Shufflers? I can't remember. I don't think they do. I don't think there are any Scourge Shufflers in this ring. So we'll set up here just to greed out more gold. Things will be good. Yeah, there's no Scourge Shuffler. So this does have some risks, I suppose. Because like if I do kill these, I don't earn any money and scale. I kind of want to wait to redraw this. I really would like to get the thing to be endless. But then I can't play Sac-Res. Yeah, so we might as well just do this. Do this for a harvest. Get this one here as well. Alright, there's this. This is fine. We got this. We won't have it on endless, but that's okay. I'm gonna greed and put this here. I don't really need I don't think I need these cards. Yeah. I'll do this first because I do want this back. Well, either way. Missed out on a little bit of gold there, but it's all good. Here, you can do that so we don't get the corruption there. And then otherwise, let's just get... This also is permafrosted. kind of want to combo it on a turn where I'm getting... it's not that important, I guess, that I keep hitting sacrificial res. Let's cool it out for now. We'll clean that up. Yeah, we can just not play it now. Alright, let's see if we can get that ember. Alright, we got the ember. Perfect. I just want to get the maximum amount of HP here. So we'll just do that. Got it again, nice. Of course, if I just put this one up there, since this would actually survive that hit, so if I put this down, it would steal a kill. I kind of want to min-max every little last bit of gold. And yeah, let's get our maximum health there. Might as well be as greedy as possible. Alright, this is already killing, so we still probably want to get this onto the floor so that these die. We want to put this in front though, because we don't want those stealing kills. We are kind of past the point of no return with the gold though. Like, I'm not going to be able to, with a guild marker, spend 1,000 gold now. Even if I... That's why I was saying I'll make every removal that I need to. You know, I just don't know that we need Engulfed in Smoke. I can usually... And I probably won't... Yeah, I just don't know I would need it. Fatal Melting might be worth. We still lack that sort of splash flat AoE. Even the Crushing Demises will have problems if I'm not clearing out the trash. So I think maybe Fatal Melting here is workable. We could take Void Binding. It would be a way to scale the Paraffin Thug. I just don't think we care to maximize his gold output anymore. It's just going to be the... Cannibalize. Cannibalize could be good in some cases. Honestly. But I don't know. It's... All three of these are takeable, but I think Haven's the least takeable. It's just... it limits my ability to play Molten Encasement and get it onto the floor, and it costs Ember. The Void Binding is tempting. I don't think I'll make gigantic use of the damage shield. You never know, though. We have the stealth, and like I said, corruption can be a problem. Even with a Titanite, dude. But if I can stack damage shield, you never know. The rage is nice too. And at the final Merchant Magic, it's playable. I think we could take it. I can always just turn it into whatever. I think we go left. It's just not really... Unless I really need upgrades in a Wickless Tycoon or a Crucible Warden. Definitely just go left. We got ways to get our health back anyway. Alright, Mold Braces is worth taking. Shadowbox. There is a 0% chance, absolutely 0% chance that I will ever be able to. If I would have to get like Gem Trove, have it be somehow with artifact support immediately easy to play. I mean, I guess I could argue with the Molten Encasement it's playable, but you know, I would need to like hit Gem Trove immediately, then probably get a Mitosis. I mean, at the same time, I got all this gold. I should probably just take it. I mean, why not, right? Shade Lamp helps, right? Shade Lamp helps. I just don't know that it actually helps right now, because if I run out of floor space, then we got problems. And I do kind of want to take a draw upgrade with this deck, I'm pretty sure. Just to make the first dig through better, even though I'm going to thin it out a lot. You know what? We'll play with it, though. It at least makes the Shadow Box maybe relevant. Okay, all of these are useful, so we're just going to take them. Resin Block, yeah. Resin Block can give direction sometimes. Ooh. Okay. Savage Heart. You know we're taking Savage Heart. Plus, I can just easily burn this thing with the Sacrificial Res. And it costs 0 anyway. Yeah, we're definitely just going to take the Savage Heart. Come on. That'll go here. Guess we will try not to actually play the stealth on that floor now, since we do actually want to get damaged. I think I got to get rid of one of these. Now that we have morsels coming in, I'm not going to have space, even with having a throwaway floor. Gotta get rid of these Plinks too. Might as well spend down every single turn that you have, because you're going to earn back so much of that. Yeah, thin this deck out. Well, I said I couldn't make use of 1,000 gold. I proved myself wrong. We made use of all of it. Alright. This shouldn't be hard, though. I probably will have to, I think we go bottom floor here. Split them just so we don't have them intersecting their path so often. Alright, well, him dying I didn't have on me, didn't have it on my bingo card here, but, sure, let's see. I mean, I could do this now. Keeps you alive at least. Could do this to save 6 damage. 3 damage. Does give me a harvest though, it's probably worth. Gives me 1 less permanent rage stack though. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do here. And we'll put that here. And we can get big money. Big money in the form of health. And probably don't need to risk this. Just be a thing for the top floor to harvest off of. Let you get hit. This is risky. Let's do this. Might as well put this here. Get that last kill. It's a harvest kind of thing. get lifesteal here. Yeah, this lifesteal here looks pretty good to me. Alright, we can get our thing endless. Ah, you know what, that's fine. I fucked that turn up a little bit. I thought the tomb was already dead for some reason, but yeah, we get you endless, and we don't... I mean, the Fatal Melting would probably be good in this fight, but don't think it's quite worth it. We're going to give revenge here, but I don't think we care too much. Like, we're going to just be getting our health back here. So, do this here. Got all that. Not too worried about any of that, honestly. Okay, they're gone. Are his stats enough that we can say... I don't know. I do wonder, because this guy has a lot of attack, 46. We're not necessarily doing that much damage. I'm just like thinking if I can get away with unstealthing here, essentially, to try to get some more permanent rage. I feel like that permanent rage will be pretty useful, especially if I'm gonna maybe dupe the unit. I don't know. I still don't know yet. I think I do need to stack stealth on this floor, unfortunately. Do I want to keep Purifying Cleanse? I don't see why I would. Damn, this thing is like surviving and thriving with his 2 lifesteal. Yeah, I think we get rid of it. Give him more stuff? Sure, why not? Get this behind here. Don't think we'll need Crushing Demise anymore either, honestly. This unit didn't die, though. This unit not dying is a problem. I think actually the resin block might have screwed me over here. I mean, I suppose even without the resin block, it's more the Refined Void that's screwing me over. You know, this unit, as it gains health, can survive the hit, and then it has lifesteal, and a bunch of attacks, so it just doesn't actually die. So I've really screwed myself over here because I'm not gaining anything from him just not getting the permanent rage stacks. It's not the end of the world though, we're probably fine, but it just pointlessly limiting my power. I suppose since I'm so Ember drained, I could just stack a bunch of lifesteal if we're worried, but I don't think we're worried. So keep adding is here. I don't think I need to sacrificial res this. My health is pretty good, and we will... Well, we're never going to get a health node, it looks like, but... You know, if this unit's not going to die anytime soon, I don't know that we really gain much from not just burning it out here. We'll just redraw that, I guess. I mean, in some sense, I may be inclined just to do this. Then I actually get some stealth. Because this thing's dying next turn with burnout anyway. I think this is probably fine. Oh, this gave me 2 ember. That's weird. I thought I was supposed to get 3. I guess because I was still ember drained, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, but this still doesn't make sense. I don't know why I'm at 2. I thought this thing... Why am I not seeing the summon effect when I guess you have to look at the card. Yeah, it says 3. But it has to be on summon. Summon doesn't, wouldn't have procced there. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, it's because I only had Ember Drain 1. I'm not actually gaining any ember here. It was just a weird animation that had me confused. Anyway, do have some of that coming in, but I don't think they're really posing too much of an issue to us. Just keep feeding this guy. We probably play the draft, probably not even, honestly. It's a free $10. It's probably worth. Do this. Probably should have done the one that did more damage though. You see, this is why we went with the stuff. I think we'll be fine once we put this down. Looks like we'll still need a little bit more damage. Could YOLO it here. This is not enough damage anyway if I just put it down, so why don't we do this first and then that. Yeah, I was afraid it would do some shit like that. 5 burnout with 57 though, that's got to be pretty close. It's like 40 times 5, 200 extra damage. That should be enough. If that beats out any of this, right? Yeah, okay. And we'll still actually get the money, big time money it looks like, so this turns out pretty well. Nice, got the sleigh too. Ooh, definitely leaning towards Shroud Spike. Waxen Spike is interesting. Yeah, we will have that final Merchant of Magic, and either a double stack or something on that could be good, but I don't know that it really helps us that much unless we're fighting Fade's First Blade, which we've gone through a lot of artifacts. It's not incredibly unlikely to show up in the final artifact pool, but I could just take, you know, the Waxen Spike's still a little speculative, whereas the Shroud Spike is, especially now that I have the Shade Lamp, it's got to be pretty good. And who knows, I could even Hellvent Molten Encasement think this opens a consumer move even better than Wax and Spike. Let's take the Shroud Spikes. Plus Shroud Spike's just more fun, right? Let's be real. So do we take draw here? I don't think we need more pip. I think we just take the draw. Right, and this doesn't Ember Drain anymore, which is nice. But it theoretically shouldn't have mattered much. Pretty sure we gotta go left because of the dupe. Yeah, that's just happening. Another Steward Quarters is almost good. Zone of Silence is pretty good. What are we Hellventing? I feel like for the Baron, if we're gonna dupe it, we should do the final dupe just so we can get some more rage. The other good dupe candidates are probably this Molten Encasement with the Ember, but that's only really having synergy with the Shroud Spike, which may just be a one and done, and may not even be able to hit the target cards in the same turn, even with the Shade Lamp. But that's really it. I only need the one Ember past that. So like, I'd almost be better off just getting the Remnant pack duped at that point. Then I can be a little bit more flexible with that. Furnace Tap dupe. Crushing Demise was one of the original ideas we had. It's still a pretty good one, I think. It's hard to know because the game drastically shifts from this point out with how much upfront damage is required. And the only downside here is that it's intrinsic. It's just very weird, in my opinion, to dupe intrinsic cards because there's no way I need them both on turn one. I mean, maybe, but you know, then it's just it just diminishes the value of the dupe. But it's still a fine dupe because it's a spell chain, zero cost demise. Like at the end of the day, so on redraw, it's really powerful to have two of them. Yeah, I think we just... Because honestly, in the Dominion fight, it pretty much hard counters them. If we can also have Remnant Pact on a Baron. So, Zone of Silence is hard for me to play. Not really. It's worth taking. Do I want the Steward Quarters as well? I feel like that's less obvious. It's probably not that needed. It would just go on my other floor. My other floor just sort of sits there with Flicker and Warden, and they don't really care that much what else is going on. I don't think we take that. Oh, I should have took that Glass Cannon. Oh man, that actually was such a mistake not to take that. That would have gone really well on the Paraffin Enforcer. Fuck. Damn, can I redo? Shit. I wish they had an undo. I mean, it would obviously be bad because then you could just peek and then undo, but yeah, I really want that. It's like the one time it would have been good. I just completely forgot that I had Damage Shield on this Paraffin Thug. So Damage Shield's a good upgrade when you can actually remember that you have it. If you're a dumbass like me, maybe it's not that good, but yeah, gosh, the Glass Cannon would have been incredibly good on that Paraffin Thug. It would have been so much front-loaded damage too. But whatever. Can't wallow in our own despair, right? So I probably just don't want any of these. I mean, I could take the Spell Sanctum, but that's not even that great. It kind of can get around Ember Drain here and there, but I don't know, maybe it's worth it. I could also haul a mirrors. There is the off floor, and I could just be bringing back like resin blocked stuff or drafts and stuff and duping them. I actually think that is worth it. Alright. Do I take the Spell Sanctum? Because then I'm replacing a room at that point. Because we have... I don't see the Sanctum being that good for me. Yeah, we don't need the Sanctum. Let's make some removals. Get rid of one of these. We do want to get rid of the bad dregs. This could mess up a Paraffin Thug, but I think this is overall fine. I can just Crushing Demise it if I need to. Still will set up on the bottom. I'm definitely open to just doing some Crushing Demise and letting it kill stuff here, I would say. Yeah, we got the Wicklash with it and everything, so... Put this down first. I do want it to die from it. Alright, that's okay. Do it one more time. We bring them back. And then, could do this. I mean, we do run into some issues here, but yeah, we could potentially run into some issues. It's fine though. We'll have the... We want this extra strike anyway. This Magma Morsel is a little risky to play because I gotta get this card back. So I don't necessarily want any of this into the pool. So I just won't play them. So the 10 threshold is not so good for these type of fights. Okay, I don't think I want the stealth anymore. And if I want this thing endless, I don't want it on even more health, so I could just put it up here for now. Although we don't want it in the front, so we'll put it in the back. And I can kill this. Nope, cannot kill that. Could kill it then. I guess we can put these into the pool. gonna keep this. I don't think it helps me right now in this deck to have it, so we'll just... We'd rather keep drawing. We don't really need to actually burn anything out of this deck. So, I can get this. This is the one, right? The one that we need. Because I didn't play the other one, right? I did play it, apparently. Where's the other Molten Tomb? I have a second one, right? Where is it? It's not in my consume pile, so it's not dead. So confused. Did I remove it? Like permanently? No. I have both of them. Because I need to know which one is my, which is my one that has the summon and which one's not. But right now I only have one on my board. So there should be one either in my... Oh, it's in the discard pile. Okay, there we go. So it's... Yeah, we haven't drawn through the deck yet. Right. I was so confused. Anyway, back on track. So, Molten Encasement is the vanilla one that is in my discard pile. Therefore, this one is the one that I do want as Endless. Now, I could put Endless on one of these that are about to burn out, but that doesn't help me much. It's actually better that I just let them come back with the Dark Calling so that they scale. So for the purposes of Relentless, we're just going to make this Endless. It's not really any other better thing to do. Since we're Ember Drain for life here, I am thinking maybe we should just spam this on something. This here... That thing was never dying, unfortunately. I probably should keep the Reform Pool clean though, so I get these back, so I probably just won't play that. Getting Rage. I need my boys back though. Let's see, I could Hall of Mirrors here. And I could get 2 of these things in. Or I could just do it down here. I do need to kill these things somehow. And right now, it's not looking good. If I can get Crushing Demise, that could be good. Even if I were to, like, Hall of Mirrors here, we'd be having 1 pip left. I could put, like, a good drag there. But that's a bad drag, unfortunately. This is why I should have removed more of the shitty drags. I can't actually... This prayer stand is just making life miserable. I could do this, actually. I'm trying to think if I have to put them up further, though. So I do 180. I would actually put them in the front, oddly enough. Yeah, if I put them up here, then we take care of this floor. So I don't know if that's the best thing to do. And otherwise I'm gonna leak. And it feels like such a pointless leak. And we got this guy Endless anyway. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go... I'll put him here still. Let's see, damage shield 3. I should be fine, actually. I'll put him in front. Put these here. Back there. want to play this. And I think we just do this. Of course, I do kind of actually want to get corruption on me, which is odd, but I guess true. I do want this guy to burn out, so because I want to bring him back down to the bottom eventually. So I guess we'll just do this. I mean, I could do this. It's giving me slightly more damage. I mean, it would give me an entire extra hit on this tank if we don't want to do this. I think it's okay. Then I'm also, like, just really good for Relentless. I guess 6 Slice still goes by pretty fast with 3 multi-strike. Alright, we're taking care of that as expected. Where do I want the floor space? Do I want it up top? I guess I kind of do. Alright, we got the corruption. Now we're okay to do this. We need our thug again. I may not get it. Alright, we do get it, so that's good. So he'll get... This thing has a lot of reef. You just go like this. This. Okay. And then these. I want to keep that guy from getting stealthed. I guess we don't care about reform pool at this point. Looks like they're winning down there. So let's just get the maximum amount. I think I want to keep these in though because I want the permanent stuff. So we'll just take out these or something. I guess I could have tried to get some repair from thug kills up top, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'll be good with 955 gold. Moral Entrapment would be okay against Seraph. Just stop the corruption spread. Probably worth taking. Ancient Upgrade, we already have 3 runes. Ember Forge, probably not. We do get pretty Ember drained in this deck. Prism Retrieval sometimes is okay. But, I don't know. I think we still have... I can get rid of some... At least one more drag. I don't know. Prism Retrieval is just hit and miss. I think we just skip it. It's got a Calcified Ember as well. Could have got Intrinsic on it, but... Still just... Don't know that this deck likes that. Ember Staff is fine. Casing might be okay. Jackstrips we should definitely take. Jackstrip solves actually a lot of AoE problems. Do we remove Consume on Shroud Spike or Furnace Tab? Definitely leaning toward Furnace Tab. could also remove consume. Remove consume also protects it against sacrificial resurrection, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember off the top of my head though. Could be wrong on that. I feel like the Shroud Spike's more fun here, but probably less valuable. Let me think. I mean, if I dupe the stealth card, then I'll have more Ember. Then this thing becomes better. Still not that great, is it? Whereas this, I can keep playing, but I don't know. Just a simple double stack on it's fine. I don't know that I'm going to earn much from Light Soak Casing. I guess I get another plus 10, though. We would probably take it simply because I get an extra plus 10 on whatchamacallit. Teeth of Gold. Crown of the Internal. Could be okay into this fight. Deep Wood Oil. Did we even end up with any actual equipment? I don't think we did. Just rooms. Well, here or here. I have to make a choice. I'm gonna go here. If I get double stack, that's fine on the Furnace Tap. I think it's just easier to do. Okay, removing one here, and then we'll just go with the Consume Remove for the other one. Unless I want to hold it over. Yeah, actually, we'll wait. If I get a holdover, I may want that holdover. Then again, just the Crushing Demise holdover pretty much solves... No, yeah, we go holdover Crushing Demise if that's the case. Holy Stone here. So I think we will just do this. And we want this 10 here. So no holdover. No permafrost either, unfortunately. I could spell chain this. Of course, then. Wish I had a better thing here. And I guess I could Intrinsic Twinstone. It's just on the Furnace Tap. It just doesn't feel great. I do wonder if these are even that useful to me, because I could just make another removal. I also have these that we could buy that could be useful. Like, I just don't know that the Intrinsic or the Spell Chain here is doing much. Let me think about this. So, Intrinsic on... It really seems like I could put on a Remnant Pack. I waste the Ember in that case. And I just don't know that it being intrinsic helps me much. Like in most cases, it's not what I want to see on turn 1. Furnace Tap's the only one that makes sense, because I can get it down to 1 cost and spell chain it, and then I'm getting double multi-strike, but then I'm guaranteeing that I'm Ember drained for the whole fight from the very first turn, so that makes it harder when you know I have the one cost tombs that are initially one cost, so I have to be able to play those, so I don't think we can actually do that. Yeah. We just don't do those, I think. We just do removals. So, definitely get rid of the bad drag at the very least. Can't do any more. So, I think these artifacts might be better. Just Teeth of Gold. Probably. Shroud Spike becomes better then. I don't think we're going to dupe that Shroud Spike. I think we're duping... I don't know. I could dupe the Wickless Baron. I have the Ember for it. I think we should. And then... I could Surge Stone this. I don't know that Surge Stoning it helps me. I kind of want to see this card more often, I would suppose. I can Intrinsic. I should Intrinsic something. And I might as well Spell Chain. Well, I can't, yeah. I guess there's always Spell Chain as well, but... You can Intrinsic there. Then I'm just getting it down to 0 cost, so it works better with Shroud Spike. Okay. I think we want to double the Barons up on their own floor. Put you guys up there, put this here. Don't care about gold anymore, obviously. Alright, so we do get this at the start. I think we're okay not getting more rage here. We're already killing this floor anyway. Should have done this first, I guess. Forgot to do the thing that turn. That was a bit of a mistake not to play it that turn, because I had them immediately. The whole plan was to do that. Alright, at least we got this still here. No Endless, though. We should be fine to just Furnace Tap here, I'm pretty sure. And then... don't think we really need these cards. I guess we're sack-resing this. Man, putting all of these into the Reform pool doesn't seem great. Because we still need to get Endless on this thing. And I already got a lot of stuff going out of the pool anyway. I think we just don't play this anymore. Should go with that as well. Alright, we got a hit here. And first, looks like we're good. Fortunately, no morsels here. Well, it's permafrosted though, so perfect. It's about time we do this. Put this here. Already at full health, might as well just use this, I think. Oops, I drew a card. Didn't see it. Let's see. That doesn't kill it. If that doesn't kill it, then why don't we... There's so many of these things. I'm not even going to use my Dark Column ability. Alright. Paraffin Thug's in a rough way. Just take him out right now. Although it's probably good that he just comes back. Him again. Do that. This guy's here. Still not enough pip. This is my worry with the hole in the ears. It's kind of fun, I guess. I could also just keep him alive by doing this. Deck is pretty thin at this point. I think we can start doing that. We don't play this anymore. Looks like this is already killing. So, might as well just actually do nothing there. Here, let's get a, at least something fun there. There we go. Oh, we didn't even get the Shadow Bombs. Well, it's no surprise. So it's not really much. I don't think there was a single Grovel or Gem Trove offered. The only thing really was like a Cannibalize. Alright, now for the victory lap. Do the same thing. Same setup. I mean, if one of these is dying already, and not a good turn for Endless Tome. I think I just wait to redraw that. I go more space in the bottom here. I think in this fight that might make more sense. This guy we could just, even if it's just a bit of damage here, I think we should do this. We might as well hold on to Mind Collapse. Feed this guy, or feed this guy. Probably feed this guy. This does 29 damage. Kill one of them in the front at least. There's Furnace Tab. That'll go here. They're all dying. So maybe we just keep that. Unless I want the Hall of Mirrors played. Honestly, I might. I do kind of want it played. Yeah, and we can do this. That's pretty good. Oh, why did I do that in the sacrificial res? So stupid of me. So this is an example of the worst case scenario with the Molten Encasement, by the way. Because now we're Ember drained and we can't really play it. But I'm trying to think. I could play it if I get the versatile Ember Staff to pop. But right now, doesn't seem like that will work. We'll just chill for now. Oh, I should have done that. Fucked that turn up a little bit. It's fine. We should get our thing here. Damn. The literal worst draw out of possible. Like, if I would have just drawn it there, then I could play it And then it actually gets into the pool, but alas. I think I Wicklash this. We want him sticking around for now. And then this, we could permafrost it. We just want to keep this guy alive. I guess I'm Ember Drained less, so I can still play this next turn, so it's actually not that bad. It's also just not that needed. As you can see, we actually don't really need to play much in this deck past a certain point. But it is nice to have it there. Alright, let's get you up into this mix. Alright. Dying to burnout, huh? Not if I can help it. Oh shit, I'm so stupid. I deserve that one. You know what, we'll just get our health back in other ways, it's fine. Let's see. All of this is dying already. So why don't we go Zone of Silence up here, I guess. Eventually I get to play more on the track. I haven't been worried about Pyrelights just because I have 140 attack power, and that's generally pretty good here. It's a long fight anyway. Okay, I will use Sacrificial Res properly this time. Looks like I will need to play this though. Let's put these here. Sacrificial Res. Alright, we got that. Actually, just need to play that. Good, the cardless one's behind. That could have screwed me. Okay, I can play this. I think I'll do it here. I probably want these to keep coming in to some degree. But yeah, we can sack those out. Darn it, we didn't get the card. Oh well. We have no morsel this turn either, unless I do the Crushing Demise. I don't think I want to do Crushing Demise here. Savagery's dead, so damage will be happening to other stuff. Do they really need more encasement anymore? Might be better just to put it up top, I don't know. I guess it's okay. Could put one there. That kills that at least. We still shouldn't Ember Drain, I guess. I don't know. Get all the morsels on this turn. Oh, I didn't. Fucking hand is full. God damn it. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I thought the damage would go over there. Let me just get rid of all these. I've given up on putting Endless in the tomb. It's just not going to happen. We'll just make it so the whatever goes smoother. Alright, this is dead. Try to do some damage there. First, that just works as well. Yeah, the rest then. Oh, we did it. Shadow box. Then boxed, my friend. Oops, forgot to do the thing. Alright, well, that was a fun run. Thank you for that submission. Basically a 3-floor setup. I mean, the middle floor was just kind of whatever. And I mean, to some degree, the top floor is whatever too. But the bottom floor certainly was a floor. Yeah, Baron was the biggest pickup, but honestly the Thug as well. Those things alone generated so much value for either the run or the deck. Well, they definitely generated value for the deck in many regards, but yeah, and I am running on fumes right now. I did not expect that to take 2 and whatever hours. I'm just not running this very fast right now. Alright, I do like the flex on the Rector Flicker. I'm not certain I like the votive key though. The rest that's fine. Although I can already tell. Yeah, because there's like no artifacts here. You know, didn't take the Thug. What I will say though is there's still the Tycoon, which should have made a decent amount of money, at least enough to get at least 1 artifact. So I'm not sure what's going on with the artifacts, but definitely would have made a lot more money with the Thug in the mix. But I think there's just a lot of different paths being taken here because I see different things. Like I don't remember seeing an Echo Vault necessarily. Although Lady of the Reformed, so I think he probably had the choice between Lady of the Reformed and Paraffin Thug. I think you gain a lot more from Paraffin Thug there. The only thing the Reform might give you is direction, but really only if it's either Lady, like ideally Paraffin Enforcer or to some degree Lady of the House. I think you definitely just get more value, especially with Paraffin Thug, which is just that at that point in the game at Ring 2, huge moneymaker. But, you know, I like the Baron. That's a mini striking Baron. I think the general game plan was probably pretty similar. Just build up that harvest floor. I like this, though. This... Yeah, I guess the idea is put it on the Warden then. Because I'm looking through and not really seeing like necessarily anything else that makes much sense on. And that can totally be fine. So yeah, some similarities, but definitely some differences. Sorry, I'm not firing on all cylinders right now. I'm kind of fatigued, but anyway, that was a great run, Liar Cull. Thank you for that. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.